Okay, I wanted to share one of my cube drafts I built recently. So this is a Mardu Tokens Aristocrats type deck. So to start off, I have Backup Plan. It's a conspiracy that lets me draw an additional hand of 7 cards at the beginning of the game, and I can choose which hand of 7 I want to keep and then shuffle. But if I take a mulligan, then I don't get to do this again. I just get the next hand and have to do regular mulligans after that. So I got Bomet Courier. This card is super great, especially when you drop it turn 1, and it exiles a card when you attack. And later in the game, when your hand is empty or you have useless cards, you can pay the 1, discard your hand, sacrifice it, and fill your hand back up with a few new cards. Dragon's Rage Channeler just helps filter your deck with Surveil, basically, but also a very good card. Carrion Feeder as a sack outlet. Blood Artist for triggering when you sack stuff. Henweir Garrison. This is a nice card that puts a lot of creatures on the battlefield, so very quickly you can attack and get tokens. Seasoned Pyromancer also makes some tokens for you. Phyrexian Dragon Engine. So a 2/2 double strike that when it enters the battlefield from your graveyard, you may discard your hand and draw 3 cards. So also a hand refiller later in the game. Mishra Claimed by Gix. This helps with the token theme because whenever you attack, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life for X's number of attacking creatures. So if you're attacking with a bunch of tokens, you are draining your opponent. Also, it melds with the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. So if you've never seen this card, you can turn it into a giant card that does a lot of things. I'll just let you pause and read that if you want. But most of the time I'm just trying to use the front sides of this card. But hey, if we get the back side, that is fantastic. So then we got Hero Bladehold, which is a powerhouse for a token deck. This Battle Cry just really pumps up your team. Then we got Yawgmoth, Thran Physician, sack outlet, card draw. This card's amazing. Sheoldred, just draining that life and gaining some life. Zealot's Conscripts allows you to steal one of their biggest blockers and sacrifice it if you have a sack outlet. Or you can even steal a Planeswalker they control, and if you time it right, you can use their ultimate. Chaos Defiler. This is a fantastic card in one-on-one because when it enters and dies, you get to choose a non-land permanent they control and destroy it. Because Cube is a 1v1 format, there's no randomness to it. You just choose the thing that's going to die. All right, so those are the creatures. I had Mox Diamond. That really advances this deck. The one game I had a turn 2 Henweir Garrison out, and turn 3 I was attacking with that, and I had Hero Bladehold out. Yeah, it's great. Cut downs for removal. Galadriel's Dismissal. This card is fantastic for both offense and defense. For single white at an instant speed, you can have target creature phase out. You're allowed to phase out your opponent's blocker. You're allowed to phase out your creature that you want to keep around, they're trying to get rid of. And if you pay the kicker, you can phase out the whole side of the table. So you can phase out all the creatures they control or all your creatures to protect your side. A little bit of ramp. We had Talisman of Indulgence, Talisman of Conviction. Staff of the Storyteller, great card in a token deck, lets you draw more cards. Call of the Ring. Not only does this allow you to bump up your ring temps to level 4 very quickly, but it gives you the Ring Bearer so that you can put it on a token and they're probably not going to be able to block it in a lot of cases, and you can get those advantages out of your ring, having the one ring. Yeah, I think Yeah, I have one right here. So you can get up to level 4 quickly, and when it deals combat damage, they lose an additional 3 life. 4th Aerlingus. This card is super good. I don't know if you've ever played with it, but being able to scale and pump out these human knight creatures with trample and haste is really good. I think, if I remember right, one game where I had Hero to Bladehold on turn 3, on turn 4, I had 5 mana, and I was able to have X's 3, and with Hero to Bladehold and 3 of these tokens, just crush my opponent. Teferi's of Protection, protects yourself. Council of Judgment in 1v1, it just gets rid of any non-land permanent of your choice. Planetary of Orthanc helps you filter through your deck, drains your opponent sometimes. And of course the One Ring, just an all-star card, protects yourself, draws cards. And then the mana I had in the deck, I had Ash Barrens, which helps fix with the basic land cycling, had a Sacred Foundry, had a Clifftop Retreat. The Handwear battlements can give a creature haste, which is great when you have something like Hero Bladehold late in the game, or even Handwear Garrison. It does also meld. And in my cube, if you draft 1/2 of the meld, you automatically get the second half to put in your deck. I don't make you draft both halves. If you happen to meld, this is what it does. Pretty big, nasty creature. And then I had basic lands in the deck to fill it out. So that is my Mardu Tokens Aristocrat deck. Let me know what you think of it. And we'll do some more deck techs in the future.